miss you, baby.
You waiting on a woman?
This is one of my all-time greatest heroes, and to be sitting on the same bench, watching him deliver these lines and bring the song to life, it's one of the greatest things I've ever done in my entire career, and I'm honored to be here.
Thank you. You get a line, I'll get a pole. We'll go down and crawl that hole, honey, baby mine.
It wasn't God who made honky-tonk angels.
She was a profound influence in our home and, throughout the world.
Welcome back to Headline Country's special year-end look at some of our favorite interviews, favorite moments, and favorite adventures from the past 12 months. One of the most talked about events took place at the Country Music Hall of Fame. The King, George Strait, was holding a press conference. What? George Strait does not do press conferences. This had to be one big announcement, and George did not disappoint. In January, the King will launch his final tour, fittingly titled The Cowboy Rides Away.
Mr. George Strait.
George, you've been dropping tiny little subtle hints for the last couple of albums. Now we have the big announcements as you're launching your final tour, and still we have that one little caveat that you say, what? This is not a retirement party, correct?
Correct, it's not. It is kind of an end of a part of my career, though, in that I'm not going to tour anymore. I'm going to do this last 2 years, 40 dates, and revisit a lot of my favorite cities and the cities that we've, gone to over the years, and just kind of a farewell to that part of it. That's my plan anyway right now, and trust me, I've lost a lot of sleep over this.
That was the next question.
It's been a tough decision to make. It really has.
Tell yourself I love you and I don't want you to go. Write this down.
And 2 years is a long time. I mean, come on. It's not like it's tomorrow.
It's the longest goodbye ever.
I know it really is a long goodbye, but I mean, it takes a while to visit all these places.
What would you say to your fans who are going to see this announcement, see this press conference, and they're going to go, oh my God, George Strait's retiring?
Well, just how much they have meant to me over these 40 years or whatever it's been. I'm still going to make records. In fact, I'm putting a little album together right now.
And you're not retiring?
I'm not. I'm not retiring.
Just have to make that very clear.
I am not retiring. I'm just this part of my career. I'm shutting it down.
This is where the cowboy rides away. Thank you very much, Houston.
2 years. That is one long goodbye. Well, George once again will be taking Martina McBride out on the road with him. Now, George Strait may not have changed much over his 30-year-plus career, but Rascal Flatts, on the other hand, their year has been all about change. New record label, new tour, new music, and most importantly, a new outlook on their career. I sat down with Gary, Jay, and Joe Don back in April to talk about how everything has changed. You actually came to a point where you had to question whether you wanted to continue as a band.
Yeah, not because of any interband conflict or anything. It was just the point to where we had to really dig deep and see whether or not we still had the passion to keep making music together as a band. We were never at the point to where we wanted to lay it down because we were pissed off at each other or anything.
Yeah, not in turmoil with each other.
It was just like, what's next? I mean, we've done a lot of albums, we've sold a lot of records, sold a lot of tickets, and been fortunate to be where we are. Do we feel like there's another level to this thing? And I think we quickly figured out through those conversations that there indeed was more to say and more to do.
We almost had a clean slate, record label closed, and it was almost like, okay, do we go jump in head first again, or do we back out now? Mm-hmm. We definitely made the right decision.
Well, this album is extremely diverse. There's a lot of stuff going on in this record.
There is. A lot of different stuff for us.
I think it's a good variety. I think every single song goes back to the theme of change in some way, and I think that's pretty cool, and it's really reflective.
First listen, you hear this, the lyrics of Banjo going out into the woods, and you think, Gary LaVox with the shiny watches and the glitter mic.
My whole life has been spent in the outdoors, and I love it. It's who I am.
If he could actually, via satellite in a tree stand, phone the shows in, that's exactly
people
what he
ask him,
would
do you have any hobbies? Yeah, singing.
Rascal Flatts' biggest fan these days? None other than Honey Boo Boo. Where can you go from there? Might as well hang it up, boys. You've made it to the top. And we have made it to August on our timeline of this past year's biggest stories. Here are some of the top headlines from the dog days of summer.
Just like Cracker Barrel wants their customers to walk away with a good experience, and they want them to come back. And so I want my fans to continue to buy my records and to continue to come to my shows.
It's a good feeling. Our first record came out when our single was at like 17 on the charts, so it feels like, you know, things are just kind of falling into place like we'd hoped they would.
I've told everybody this is a diverse album, and I look forward to, you know, kind of getting feedback from what everybody else thinks.
Would you please welcome Lisa Marie Presley?
I'm just really proud that I could be here. I know what a big deal this is. I understand what it's all about, and it's an honor.
As our look back at the year 2012 continues.
One of these days we're going to say, you know what, this one wasn't as good.
There can be some things interesting things that we're going to find to do that is going to be unexpected.
It's been a bit of a whirlwind, but it's been an absolute blast. I have a lot of people to thank, and it's been hugely just enjoyable. I've loved it.
Some songs you have to get into the studio before you realize how much you like them or dislike them. And when we got in the studio with this one, I fell in love with it. It's different for us. We've not put a traditional love song out there yet.
I'm just so thankful to have you in my life. So thankful.
Loving you is fun.
It probably took a year, I guess, to record this whole record, and I really think we found the right pieces to this puzzle.
You know, the truth is, it never even entered my mind that would ever be a possibility. A few years ago, Amy got one of those stars, and we went out and had a great celebration, and I found out last year they wanted to give me one.
Speechless is a word that comes to mind.
It's mind-blowing, you know, but we just wanted to make music for a living, and now we get to stand on a star with our name on it.
Our look back at the year 2012 in country music continues. I'm Stormy Warren. Well, there's reality, and then there's virtual reality. Brad Paisley's extremely successful tour this year allowed fans to escape one and immerse themselves in the other. From the virtual Opry stage featuring 3 of country's hottest newcomers, to the main stage starring Easton Corbin, Scotty McCreery, the band Perry, and of course Brad, fans get to spend an entire day escaping reality. We caught up with the tour in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So why doesn't everybody welcome Mr. Brad Paisley?
More bells and whistles. You do it every year. I talked to Scott Scoble. He says, I can't believe we're saying it again, but this one is the best one yet.
One of these days we're going to say, you know what, this one wasn't as good. This year is the best show we've ever put on.
Baby, you are the world.
The Opry Plaza stage part of this, the fact that you're bringing the Opry element to this tour, obviously an important part.
It is. Those guys have been as important for my success as anything. I love the idea of the Opry reaching beyond its little Opry house at times.
It's kind of oxymoronic that such a music guy puts so much effort into things that possibly could distract from the music.
Right. Well, that's your job in a concert. People already know a lot of these songs. They got the record. You know what I mean?
That's true.
They've heard it on the radio. I got to give them something else.
You still find yourself picturing yourself, man, this is my show. This is look what we have created.
I still get a little nervous about that. I'm not nervous about music or performing, but I'm always nervous about the idea that I'm sort of carrying some sort of weight. I barely feel fit to play guitar for the opening acts, let alone be the guy on at the end of the show. So.
Well, you do it well. Congratulations. one of the biggest concert announcements of the year had nothing to do with a tour. In August, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill held court inside the beautiful Venetian Resort and Casino in Las Vegas.
Please join me in welcoming Tim McGraw and Faith Hill.
It's exciting for me.
Yeah.
I mean, for both of us. I got butterflies today before we went out to talk about it. The Venetian came to us about a year ago, and it was just something that was extraordinary. Honestly, it got me excited about creating a show in this environment. It's pretty amazing, honestly.
Yeah. It's going to be really a moment in time for us in our career and for our fans as well.
10 weekends over, I guess, from December to April will fly by.
What exactly are you going to be performing? Are you going to be helping him on his songs? Or are you going to be helping him on her songs?
We'll do
can't
some
really
of that.
say.
Yeah, we'll do some of that.
Yep.
But you know, there's going to be some things interesting things that we're going to find to do that is going to be unexpected, I think, from us. But you know,
a hint possibly, or are you still trying to create that aspect?
well, we are creating it. We're in the middle of creating what we're going to do, but we have a
No.
lot of ideas about what we want to do. We just don't want to give it away too much.
I feel like it's going to be one of the most remarkable experiences for us as well. We're truly excited, and thank you so much for being here.
After their dates in December, Tim and Faith will play the Venetian 8 more weekends through the end of April. Tim and Faith both also have new albums set for release shortly after the first of the year. Well, one last look at our running timeline of top headlines from this past year brings us to the fourth quarter, beginning with the month of October.
Today, the sun is shining on me.
The main goal calling the album Free the Music is just that. You would love someone to get in their car, their truck, get home, whatever, and just whatever's weighing on their mind, put the album in and hopefully free your mind when you free the music.
You want to come? Come see us in January?
Brendan Lambert.
Dirk Bentley?
We'll see you guys out there, locked and reloaded.
The words come from the heart, and you know, my songs usually come at a moment of inspiration colliding with desperation.
Next on our look back at the year 2012.
I'm not gonna tell you who it was.
Really?
Yep, I've said I wouldn't do that.
This wasn't just like, hey, let's go record songs and just have fun. It was like, let's keep digging, keep trying, keep working.
Man. Whew. Entertainer of the year? What are you talking about? What the hell just happened out there? Did that just happen?
That just happened.
That just happened. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank you.
He's a moron. And I'm leaving his lying, cheating butt.
Another year, another sitcom set for Reba.
Another different sitcom, another different location.
Hope on the rocks. Constantly have people coming up going, you know, when are you going to do another ballad? So we're doing one. If this doesn't work, then you'll get nothing but hard driving, drinking songs from now on.
After many years of not seeing each other on the live stage, I look forward to that reunion, to seeing all of you there.
Shake it for me, girl, shake it for me.
It's such a rewarding thing to kind of cross over into those nominations and start getting some really, really serious nominations. And the ACA award thing with the 7 nominations for that is, I mean, it's just overwhelmingly crazy.
Well, long before there was a Springsteen and long before his CMA win for Album of the Year, Eric Church sat down with us for a little chat. Though he couldn't have predicted the overwhelming success of his album Chief this past year, he did know that he and his crew had created something special.
I'm proud of what happened before. I think we laid a great foundation. I think it was a great framework that allowed Chief to do what it did. But you know, it's far exceeded any expectation I had. And there's a lot that I think the record will still do. I mean, my favorite song is still ahead of us, which is Springsteen.
Like a soundtrack to a July Saturday night. Springsteen.
When I sing that song, I mean, I'm 17 again, and I'm on the lawn at Verizon Wireless Amphitheater in Charlotte, North Carolina. I don't really remember her name. I wouldn't say if I did. Every time I hear that artist's song, I think about her. No idea if she thinks about me, you know, but it's just cool how music can transcend that. I'm not gonna tell you who it was.
Really?
Yep, I've said I wouldn't do that because I think it needs to be my artist, you know. I think it's going to be a unique tour. It's going to be very in your face, which, like our shows have always been. The challenge for me is how do you take a bigger place and make it small. And I look forward to that challenge.
Well, after his win for CMA Album of the Year, I asked Eric if it would do anything about that chip on his shoulder. What does this do for that chip on the shoulder? Does it stay there?
Yeah. Been a lot of years putting that there.
Takes more than a glass trophy to knock it off.
I've not heard my name more than I've heard it.
Well, the music from Chief hits the big stage next year as Eric hits the road with Kenny Chesney. Well, the song Springsteen was to Eric what the song Home was to Dierks Bentley this past year.
Am I the only one who wants to have fun tonight?
You and I have been talking about this record for quite some time and about
Yeah.
the different. This has been an evolution, this album.
It has been, man.
This wasn't just walk in, take 12 songs and do it. It sounded like there was a lot of agony in the creative process.
There was,
with
man.
this.
Yeah, this was one of those records, you know, I look back on like a Modern Day Drifter where I cut that in 11 days, you know, I just slept in the studio literally and just, you know, we had all the songs written and we went out in there and knocked it out. I just put a lot of time into it, you know, just getting the right production, the right songs, the right sounds, and actually went into the studio a couple different times to just get it right. And it took about a year and a half of writing and listening and recording, but in the end, I knew when we had it, you know, and I was really glad we took the time to make it the way we did. But this wasn't just like, hey, let's go record songs and just have fun. It was like, let's keep digging, keep trying, keep working, keep getting it right.
This is still the place that we all call home.
What I love about country, what I love about the bluegrass instrumentation, and what I love about rock and roll energy, just really getting that all kind of together on one record was really important to me, and it took a long time to get it right.
I don't want to lose this feeling. I don't want to close my eyes.
Well, hopefully you are able to spend some time at your home this holiday season. On behalf of everyone here and our small but yet mighty staff of Headline Country, thanks for your support of country music, and thank you for watching. Have a happy new year. We'll see you in 2013. Take care, everybody. We got it down. Why did it get brotherly love? Why is it not sisterly love or just love? Whew. Not like uncle love or nephew love, cousin love. 2 to 3, 3 to 2. Grandparents, they're left out. Welcome to the fishbowl. What? Yeah, da, 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 da. Rapunzel. Take a stand, man. Don't give in. Too late. I gave in.